and hello if you're new. My name is Ashley, this is Rose, and here on my channel I create fun little memories and I also encourage self-love for other young moms. I post 2 to 3 times a week as well. For today's video I'm going to be talking about my labor and delivery experience. Believe it or not, this chunky monkey was a premature baby. It was the night of Thanksgiving. I started to have a headache and I just was not thinking, because if you have a headache longer than an hour you need to call your OB because it can be bad. And it did turn out to be bad. The next morning I woke up swollen all over my body. Like I was so tight and heavy feeling. It was awful. Like my face was puffy. Oh my goodness. We went to the hospital and they drew some blood, found out that I had preeclampsia. If you don't know what preeclampsia is, it's basically a potentially fatal pregnancy complication, and it's caused by high blood pressure. Yeah, so I was lucky enough I got to the hospital in time, because they said that if I had waited any longer I could have started having seizures or had lost Rose. So thank you to God, thank you to the universe, whoever, for making sure that I was safe and making sure that she was safe. Then they brought me to the delivery room. I was induced. They put this like kind of like a tiny tampon up in my cervix, and it was supposed to help like the delivery process start, like my body to like the water to break. I was really lucky that my water naturally broke, because the tool that they use to do that is scary. I don't like it. The nurses were super nice. My favorite nurses were the night shift ones. They're just positive. They do their best making sure that you feel good. I learned that I was allowed to eat more than just Jello. I could have like soup broth and popsicles, so that was nice. I also ate a lot of ice chips. Rose came the next day, I think in like the afternoon. She was 5 pounds 2 ounces, and I was able to give her a kiss before they rushed her away to the NICU. If you don't know what the NICU is, the NICU, NICU stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, which is basically where they take care of really ill babies or premature newborn infants. Oh my goodness, you got a lot to say. Rose was in the NICU for 7 days. The first full day she had to use the breathing tubes, and she also had the incubator light on to stay warm. And then 4 of the 7 days she needed to use a feeding tube, but she did pretty well at latching. If you don't know, you can ask nurses for a nipple guard, which is basically like a guard that goes on your nipple, but it makes it easier for the baby to eat, and it also keeps from your nipples like hurting and getting cracked and sore. It was hard not being able to sleep in the same room with my baby like you're supposed to. For the first maybe three nights, I was sleeping in my own room at the hospital, and we were on the floor below the like NICU area. So whenever I wanted to go visit her, or if I needed to go feed her, I had to get up, walk around hallways, go to the elevator, walk around another hallway, and then go in and feed her and be with her. I was lucky that when they discharged me, the room that she was in had enough space for them to put a bed in there, and they put a bed in there for me. So I got to spend the rest of the week with her in the same room next to her. I didn't have to go far, and that was a huge blessing, because I would not have been able to stay home knowing that like my baby was at the hospital, that I wasn't getting to see her. So I am very blessed that she did not have a lot of complications. I'm blessed that I didn't have a lot of complications. And I'm very blessed that she was only in the NICU for a week, because some babies have to stay in there for a whole month. And I could not imagine how that would have gone over for my emotional health and everything. Being that I did develop preeclampsia though, I am considered high risk for any other pregnancies that I might have, which is scary and upsetting, but I'm happy to know that if I do end up giving birth to those babies at the same place where I gave birth to her, I know that I'll be well taken care of, and that's really reassuring. That is all for this video. It's super short, straight to the point. If you would like a more in-depth sit down talk video about my week at the hospital, dealing with the emotions of her being in the NICU and how I took care of myself and everything like that, I am totally fine doing that. Just comment down below and I will work on that video for you guys. Alright, subscribe, click on that notification bell, share with your friends, and we will see you tomorrow when I talk about my postpartum experience so far. Bye.